A bridge is a construction which makes it possible to cross a depression or an obstacle, watercourse, communication route, valley, etc., while passing over this separation. The art of building bridges dates back to ancient times. To all appearances, the first bridge was a tree blown over by the wind and remained fixed across a stream or a natural arch, carved into the rock by erosion. As man came to create more and more sophisticated tools and machines, he naturally had to imitate this primitive bridge, fell trees to place them across rivers, after having suitably shaped them, establish intermediate points of support when the width of the bed required it, and thus lead, by degrees, to the construction of real framing bridges as they were made later. The first vaults consist of horizontal stones projecting one above the other, a so-called corbelled arrangement. In Abydos, in the palace of Ozymandias, whose reign dates back to around 2,500 years before our era, a vault of this type was found. We find the same arrangement in Thebes, in the temple of Amun-Re. However, the most beautiful ancient vault of this type is probably that of the Atreus treasure, an impressive Tholos tomb located in Mycenae, Greece and built around 1250 BC. It is to the Romans that we owe the resumption of the vaulting technique, its improvement and its use throughout Europe for the construction of bridges. Such a vast empire presupposed a reliable road system, passable in all seasons and with more solid constructions than simple wooden bridges. The oldest Roman vaulted work is believed to be a sewer known as Cloaca Maxima, executed during the reign of Tarquin the Elder, the construction of which was undertaken around 600 BC. Roman bridges are robust, semicircular, that is, with an arched arch, resting on thick piers, with a width equal to about half of the opening of the arch. One of the oldest achievements of Roman roads is the Milvian Bridge, built over the Tiber by the consul Claudius Nero in -206. Located 3 kilometers from Rome. Between the 15th century and the 16th century, the architects of the famous bridges in Florence, Venice and other Italian cities were inspired by regular forms borrowed from the past, but their propensity to pose more as artists than builders sometimes led them to abuse superstructures and other decorations. The two most significant examples are the Ponte Vecchio in Florence and the Rialto Bridge over the Grand Canal in Venice. For new forms of bridges to emerge, there had to be an improvement in materials on the one hand, and knowledge of these materials on the other. Mechanics had taken its almost final form with Joseph Louis Lagrange, it remained to apply it in a practical way to constructions. In 1800, some fragmentary results were already acquired. Galileo was concerned with the resistance of console beams and beams on simple supports. Iron is a stronger material than stone. Its tensile strength is low, but still significantly higher than that of any other material available before the mass production of steel. In Europe, the first cast iron bridges were built in England from the middle of the 17th century. Research on the use of reinforced concrete led to the discovery of a new material, pre-stressed concrete, which reigns almost exclusively over a vast range of spans, ranging up to approximately 200 meters, and covering the very large majority of bridges. It has also spread to other continents, especially South America and Asia. The suspension bridges of the early 19th century were fragile and many accidents occur. Experimental research on concrete was not undertaken until after 1940, on the basis of Ferret's laws. Ordinary concrete is made up of a binder, sand and gravel. From the theorization of the composition of concrete in the 1940s, accessibility to large calculations and the emergence of new materials allow architects to no longer be limited in their design and to give free rein to their imagination. Santiago Calatrava thus designs many bridges with complex shapes that stress the materials of the structure in bending and torsion. such as the inclined arches of the Bac de Roda Bridge in Barcelona in 1992 or of the Pont de l'Europe in Orléans in 2000, or cable-stayed bridges with bold shapes such as the Puente de la Mujer in Buenos Aires in 2001 or the Asut de l'Or Bridge in Valencia in 2008.